on the ground, they shattered echoes of her once bright dream. A throne now empty, where love had been. Crowned in sorrow, I wear my sin. She cut me down with words so cold. A story of regret that's yet untold. Not for the darkness I let inside, for the hope I let collide. Don't ever give up on me, I plead. Through the cracks there's still a seed. I know I'm free, but chained it seems. Still the king living in your dreams.
All right, what's going on YouTube? Hey, I'm gonna be doing some charting today, you guys. I'm pulling up XRP, just took a trade out. XRP, I'm gonna show you kind of like my deduction of the. I'm gonna give you some breakdown on the quarters chart theory here, and I'm gonna be doing some live trading. I'm gonna take $50 to $500 in 10 trades, with 150% profit on the trade. So just like a 1.5x on the trade amount. So I'm gonna start with $10. I got a trade in there right now. You can see there's a $9 trade in. It's like 3% down. I just took it. I'm not really tripping on the market right now. I'll show you why I took the trade when I make up the graph here. A lot of people like to use a Fibonacci. I guess what they call a Fibonacci, whatever, retracement patterns. I've tried putting, I'm not really sure where to put the Fibonacci. I don't really care. I mean, I've been watching a lot of different TikTokers and people busting out on just learning stuff. My brother got me into doing day trading like 13 months ago. Like 6 months into it, he's like, "Have you heard of the Elliott wave theory?" And I'm like, "No, what are you talking about?" And so I looked up Elliott wave theory, got into that. Then I looked up, just ran into some TikTokers who were talking about the quarters theory and how to set that up in your charts and how it correlates to the markets moving in each quarter, because our markets moving quarter. There's Q3, Q4, Q1. So again, I'm going to kind of show you how the markets are moving. This is going to be a very educational. This is going to be a very educational little segment here, you guys. So let's get into it. Let's put together these charts. All right. So on a quarters theory, when you're thinking of quarters theory, so back here, check this out, folks. And I guess I'm still learning some of this quarters theory shit. I mean, it's kind of interesting. But apparently, like, according to the quarters theory, so I'm gonna show you guys something here. We're gonna get a resistance line. All right, and this is the last resistance line right here. Okay, and this was before XRP shot up, and I'm trading on XRP. I choose to trade on XRP, day trade on it, because XRP's never been to zero. It's probably not going to zero, just based on global adoption. Everything that's going on right now in the current financial system. If you guys are cryptologists or crypto, people, you definitely kind of get an idea of what's going on in the current financial market and system, and the whole reset that's about to happen, or I'm not going to say reset. We're just going to say transition, basically. XRP, in my opinion, is getting set and going through what's called a financial paradigm, and that's when you have a lot of things happening all at the same time that could really cause an explosion in price. Thank you for the light, appreciate that. So we're gonna go over that too. I'll just tell you guys what's going on. So I ran this little system through Grok. I kind of like ran it. I put things that are going on currently in the current financial system, currently with Ripple, currently with XRP, global positioning, and kind of. I told people to be on the lookout for the tokenization rollout, and when that starts to happen, and you get the tokenization rollout, you're really gonna get an explosion in the altcoin, especially the utility coins. Okay, that's H bar, XDC, Algorand, Polygon. I mean, XTP Global Tap, I think, is going to be a player. The XRP ledger be just went just adopted an EVM sidechain, and that's an Ethereum virtual machine. And what that allows is it allows for XRP to now service and run Ethereum contracts, Ethereum based smart contracts on the XRP ledger, and and not only run Ethereum based contracts, but run Ethereum tokens on there. And guess who acts as a liquidity? Guess who acts as a gas fee for the Ethereum now? XRP, yeah. So, like these tokens that are currently on the Ethereum ecosystem, with the Solidity language that's used in the Ethereum smart contracts, that's now able to be ran on the XRPL, and the XRP just like partnered up with it. So that's huge, but huge. And I didn't know how huge it was until I was researching it, and I dove into AI. I asked Grok, and then I went and asked Gemini, and I've already kind of like been on the tokenization watchdog, if you will, folks. So Medico is a company that works for Ripple Labs. Aptos is partnered with Ripple. They do a lot of tokenization of like real world assets. Ripple is tokenizing real world assets. They're focusing on real estate, and they're focusing on gold, and they're focusing on really high level commodities, and that's going to be applied to a ledger. And the way that they're able to now apply that and kind of give the ledger the value that it needs in order to hold and sustain those tokenized RWAs, real world assets, is with the Ethereum smart contract Solidity language. I didn't even know that. But I was researching it, and for sure, you can't make this up. But within the Ethereum ecosystem, that's Solidity smart contract language, they're able to tokenize RWAs and then apply. That's something that had to happen in order for, I believe, the XRPL to even get those tokenized, to even start to receive more utility value. And they're going to be able to do that via the smart contracts, via the Ethereum sidechain. And now you can, this look, you can't make this up. So, all that being said, we're just going to dive into some charting now. I mean, I just don't, like I said, you guys are going to want to look at this thing after take our YouTube post it, because I'm going through a lot of information right now. And I usually don't go live, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to go live. I'm going to take $50 to $500, and that's what we're doing here. So I'm not going to bore you guys with a bunch of just crypto news, but I could. Know that. I definitely could. How's everybody doing? I mean, there's just so much to talk about with Ripple and XRP and the evolution. So one of the things like I put through Grok, and I put through all the AI. I said, okay, hey, what is going to be the price discovery for XRP when these things happen? I said, give me a 7-paragraph comprehensive. Check this out. Charts aren't going anywhere, so it's a second. Check this out. Sorry, I just ate a mango. I love mangoes. So I asked Grok and Gemini, and I put this scenario to them. I said, what would the price discovery be for XRP? Now, Gemini did not even think to give me a price discovery for it. Like, it didn't quote it. But Grok, Grok threw a number out there. So we're going to go over that right now real quick. Let me pull up my green screen. right here. Oh, this is what potato rock. All right, so this is, let me show you what I said. We're gonna go. This is Gemini right here, and this is Hedera. This is the hash graph. I did it for Hedera too, but let me get back to XRP. So I said to Grok, I said, I need a 7 paragraph. Look, I didn't say give me a hypothetical or none of that because there's none of the information I put into my questioning in the format was hypothetical. It was all things that are happening currently, things that are taking place. So I said, I need a 7 paragraph comprehensive assessment on the price discovery for the cryptocurrency XRP if these things specifically happen now. One, the tokenization of RWAs to the I said with, but it said to the ability, I said with the ability to apply these tokenized assets onto a specific ledger via the Ethereum Solidity smart contract capability. And what would happen when the private ledger and public ledger became unified? So the tokenization of RWAs, okay, and the application of those onto specific ledgers, and the unification of the private and public ledger. So let's take a look. And hey, Grok gives me a price discovery, but Gemini really breaks it down as to like things that Grok didn't even touch on that are also taking place, but I never even put in here. So let's just kind of go over this real quick. That's exactly how I put it. I didn't give any specifics on the RWAs, what kind of RWAs it was supposed to use, or Ripple was going. It just did what AI does and started to connect the dots. So let's go over this real quick. Let's get into this before we start the charting. I don't know how long I'm going to go live on this one, you guys, but this is going to be juicy. Juicy, juicy. Like that piece of mango I just ate. Bomb. So the introduction to XRP and price discovery context. XRP, the native cryptocurrency of the XRP ledger and XRPL, has long been positioned as a bridge currency for facilitating fast, low-cost, cross-border transactions. Price discovery for XRP, like any cryptocurrency, is influenced by market dynamics, adoption, utility, and technological advancements. Advancements. The hypothetical, and this isn't a hypothetical, so I don't even know why it said hypothetical. This is not a hypothetical. This is happening. This is happening, folks. Look up if you want after this live, or if you check this out and you're checking whatever. Look up the Hong Kong Monetary Authority and the EKHD pilot program, and see what the Hong Kong Monetary and the Chinese financial system is doing, working with Ripple Labs. All the trade wars and the tariff wars and the Trump trade wars and Ripple's over there working with the monetary authorities of these countries. Yeah. I did one in the Middle East too, you guys. Again, we're dropping bombs on excuse me, I don't even know what I could say on, oh gosh, we're dropping, what on Iran, and Ripple's over there already integrated with their financial system and their banks. You can't make this up, and has been since 2021. So let's get into this, folks. So look at the hypothetical scenario where real-world asset RWAs are tokenized, integrated with Ethereum Solidity smart contracts, and unified across private and public ledgers, introduces significant implications for XRP. Now, one of the funny things that each one of these artificial AIs like surmised or deduced or whatnot was in their analytics and assessment here, and comprehensive, if you will, was they called this a paradigm. XRP would be going through a financial paradigm. Like, what a paradigm? What? So, let's go. I'm gonna grab the other piece, the other paper out here. All right. The next page in this little fun one we got here. Ah. Tokenization of real world assets and XRP's role. The tokenization of RWAs such as real estate, I didn't say that, but guess what they're doing with the Hong Kong Monetary Authority? They're focused on tokenizing real estate. And they're doing that with also the Fubon Bank over in Hong Kong, folks. Serious. They're also tokenizing things like gold for HSBC over in Europe. I'm serious, folks. Okay, so let's just continue. Oh, and what are they doing up in Canada? Oh my gosh. Look up the Royal Bank of Canada and Ripple Labs and the Royal X. Anyway, folks, you can't make this up. So we're going to just digress here. Bonds or commodities converts physical assets into digital tokens on a blockchain, enhancing liquidity and accessibility. The XRP ledger, with its low transactions and fee and fast settlement times, 3 to 5 seconds, is well suited for RWA tokenization, as evidenced by Ripple's strategic focus on this market. Projected to reach 16 trillion by 2030, tokenized assets like US Treasury bills or stablecoins like RLUSD already demonstrate our XRPL's capability to handle institutional grade financial products. Increased tokenization on XRPL would likely boost demand for XRP, as it serves as the native cryptocurrency for transaction fees and a liquidity bridge, potentially driving price appreciation through higher transaction volumes and institutional adoption. All right, next page. This is integration with the Ethereum Solidity smart contracts. Okay. The ability to apply tokenized RWAs to the XRPL via Ethereum Solidity smart contract capability introduces a transformative layer of programmability. Ripple's recent announcements of an Ethereum virtual machine or EVM sidechain enabling Solidity-based smart contracts allows developers to leverage Ethereum's robust ecosystem while utilizing XRPL's efficiency. This interoperability could enable complex DeFi applications such as tokenized asset lending or yield farming, directly involving XRP. By bridging Ethereum's smart contract functionality with XRPL's low cross transactions, XRP could see increased utility as a settlement or collateral token in DeFi protocols, enhancing its price discovery through broader market participation and speculative interest. Now, the unification of private and public ledgers. There's no one in here, but so what? We're going to continue with this because you guys can go watch this later. You'll love it. Let's go. So, the unification of private and public ledgers represents a paradigm shift, merging the compliance heavy permission systems of traditional finance with the transparent, decentralized nature of public blockchains like XRPL. Ripple's partnerships with banks and financial institutions such as Archax and Braza Bank position XRPL as a hub for institutional DeFi, where tokenized assets can be transacted on 24 hours, and and it adds a stability of fragmentation. It gets rid of fragmentation, and oh my god, and enables people who wouldn't normally be able to participate. Let me just go to the next page here. Oh my gosh, Rose. So look, it says up there. It says unifications could reduce friction in asset transfers, improve liquidity, and enhance price discovery by creating a unified market where XRP serves as a universal bridge, currency, the increased interoperability would likely attract institutional capital, driving demand for XRP and price stability. Now, XRP is currently also getting adopted as a strategic treasury reserve for some companies, like Wobus International did 300 million. Trident invested 500 million. ACG 10 million. Wellgistics Pharmacy equity line of credit for 50 million. ExxonMobil has over $75 million worth of XRP. Like they got over 20, they have 26 million XRP already, and they're looking to acquire another 100 million. And they've been using. Oh, you guys, like this is. I told you, it's gonna get deep. I have so much info in my head. So, XRP. Oh my gosh, so much stuff is happening. Again, paradigm shift. Alexa, what is a financial paradigm shift?
From supermoney.com. The internet brought a paradigm shift to the financial industry, enabling online trading and real-time stock market updates.
Alexa, what does it mean if XRP is going through a financial paradigm shift?
From Mises.org. If there is greater scarcity in egg inventories, prices naturally should rise to place the less abundant resources to its more profitable uses, and to incentivize either new producers and or older ones to ramp up production, resupplying the market with eggs.
I don't think she understood what I'm saying. Anyway, that's weird. But let's look at this. Let's dive into this one. Let me not digress. The combined effect of RWA tokenization, Solidity integration, and ledger unification would signify enhanced XRP's price discovery, increase adoption of the XRPL for tokenized assets, and would drive transaction volumes higher, requiring more XRP for fees and liquidity provisions, directly impacting its market value. Post on X suggests institutional adoption could unlock a $196 trillion market with XRP positioned as a key facilitator. Additionally, Ethereum virtual machine compatibility could attract DeFi developers, increasing speculative trading and investor interest. The unification of the ledgers would further amplify this by enabling seamless asset flows, reducing market fragmentation, and foster more efficient price discovery process, potentially pushing XRP price towards the new highs, as seen with its current trading at about $3.18. And I did this a few days ago, so check this out. Let's go to the. I believe it gives me a. Like potential problems and then the conclusion. So let's go. The challenge and risks. And here's a funny one, folks. Like I'm going to go over a couple things in here because it gives you the challenges, but they've already been dealt with, and they're already like positioned for the solutions. That there is no challenges. You can't make this shit out. It's like a paradigm. Okay. Despite the bullish outlook, challenges remain. Regulatory hurdles, such as KYC and AML compliance for tokenized assets, could slow adoption, particularly in jurisdictions with stringent rules. Market contract vulnerabilities, especially when integrating Solidity, pose risks as coding errors could undermine trust in XRPL's base DeFi applications. Additionally, reliance on oracles for off-chain data in tokenized assets introduces potential points of failure, requiring robust solutions like Chainlink. Guess who's partnered with Ripple? Chainlink. So, interesting there. Market competition from Ethereum and other blockchains like R3 Corda, like XDC, but they're all partnered. They're all PA Crypto Alliance that came out. And guess who's now offering? Oh, dude, I have so much info. Guess who's offering regulatory licenses for specific tokenized asset offerings? Ripple. Okay, the regulatory framework, the regulatory clarity, all that thing. Guess what blockchain company is, and not just company, we're gonna say companies, the ISO 222 compliant guys, they're all fostering and have created the MICA Crypto Alliance. And it starts with Hedera, Ripple, Aptos, goes down to include XDC, XLM, Token Forge. There's, look it up, folks. Good stuff. And so when I was reading this little, comprehensive here, these risks aren't risks. They've already been solved. So, conclusion and future outlook. Let me just pull that up by itself. And keep in mind, this was Grok who came up with this, you guys. So Grok says the conclusion and future outlook for XRP, folks. All right. Buckle up. The convergence of RWA tokenization, Ethereum Solidity smart contract integration, and private ledger unification, private and public ledger unification, position XRP for a potential price discovery renaissance. By enhancing XRPL's utility, attracting institutional and DeFi participants, and streamlining global asset flows, these developments could drive XRP's price significantly higher, potentially aligning with the optimistic projections of $10,000 per XRP. In a tokenized financial system, however, overcoming regulatory, technical, and competitive challenges will be a critical as Ripple continues to build infrastructure and partnerships. XRP's role as a bridge currency in a tokenized, interoperable financial ecosystem could redefine its market value, making it a cornerstone of the future digital economy. And that's why I trade on XRP, you guys. That's why I trade on XRP. Also, I got another one here why I trade on XRP. All right. This is another reason I trade on XRP. Okay. There's another reason I just want to share with you why I'm day trading on this cryptocurrency, you guys. I like to research the cryptocurrencies I'm day trading on just to have a better understanding of where the price discovery is. And this is, in this current crypto market, it's extremely manipulated. And when you have the one coin that rules them all, the Bitcoin, that's just crazy. And here's a funny one. What determines the value of a cryptocurrency? Alexa, how is the price of Bitcoin determined?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, unlike fiat currencies,
Alexa, volume 10. Alexa, repeat.
unlike fiat currencies, such as the euro
William,
or the US
move
dollar,
over, bud.
the value of Bitcoin, BTC, is not defined by a single entity like a central bank. Instead, the price is influenced by supply and demand, or, in simpler terms, by how much people are willing to pay for it.
here's more education for you folks. So you want to look for a global VWAP. It's called a global volume weighted average price formula. And I believe that is all of the aggregated data over an accumulated amount of exchanges and markets that it's being ran on that will give you a idea of where it's at. You know, it's not just supply and demand. There's tokenomics in it. There's like with the Ethereum, there's contracts involved. So let's ask that for the top three cryptocurrencies. We're Bitcoin, so that's Bitcoin. Let's get Ethereum, and we'll do XRP. And listen to the numbers, folks. Like I said, numbers. And Ethereum has been going up in the numbers. So check this out. Alexa, how is the price of Ethereum determined?
From Mia.org.
Alexa, how is the price of Ethereum determined?
From CoinGecko.com. The price of Ethereum, ETH, is calculated in real time by aggregating the latest data across 213 exchanges and 2,249 markets using a global volume weighted average formula.
Alexa, how is the price of XRP determined?
From CoinGecko.com. The price of XRP, is calculated in real time by aggregating the latest data across 166 exchanges and 513 markets using a global volume weighted average formula.
Alexa, how is the price of Bitcoin determined?
From Quora.com. Bitcoin's price is determined automatically by the collective actions of market participants trading on
Alexa, how is the price of Bitcoin determined? Alexa, what determines the price of Bitcoin?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, unlike fiat currencies, such as the euro or the US dollar, the value is not defined by a single entity like a central bank. Instead, the price is influenced by supply and demand, or, in simpler terms, by how much people are willing to pay for it.
And so think of this, folks. Alexa, thank you. Consider this, folks. In the market where the one coin that rules them all, you know, when Bitcoin's thriving, the whole market's thriving. When Bitcoin's going down or getting sold off or whatever, takes the market with it. Stocks don't work like that. Currencies around the world they don't really work like that. The crypto market is definitely manipulated. And until these utility coins really get the utility that they're designed for and that they're geared to operate on, they're going to be a supply and demand thing as well. And here's another statistic, a number out there, folks. I only spit facts out. I don't put speculation. You know what I mean? The top 20 wallets that hold XRP, guess how much they hold? The top 20 wallets. Top 20 wallets, XRP wallets, hold 50% of the current circulating supply. Let that sink in. And 10 of those wallets, folks, like 41%. Something crazy. So, look up the XRP, the 1 billion plus XRP bounce cohort black. Alexa, who are the 1 billion plus XRP cohort black?
From NASDAQ.com. As of June 18th, the 1 billion plus XRP balance cohort, black, controls 41.3% of XRP's total circulating supply, up from their sessional low of 39.56% 3 months ago.
Alexa, who owns Black Industry?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, Earl Graves Jr. is the owner of the Black Enterprise.
Alexa, does JP Morgan Chase own Black Enterprise as well? All right, guys. Let's go to charting. Let's get into this. Let's do it. I'm going to show you guys the Elliott wave theory, okay? And also going to do some quarters chart. And I just told them to show you where I got in at. I'm going to make a I'm going to make my own Fibonacci line here. My own Fibonacci, whatever you want to call it. All right. And put that right here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, shoot. There you go. I'm going to go down to the 2-hour chart, maybe. Right here. There we go. All right. So what I'm going to do, folks, I'm going to try and break this down. So this is the last resistance line for XRP. I was really having a hard time breaking this line here, as you can see. You know, I don't know why they're only going back to May. It's just ew, these fucking people, man. I swear. Why are they only going back to? I don't understand. I'm so sick of these guys. They should be going back to like 2020 if I wanted to. It doesn't make sense why they're doing this little BS. And then they do anything here. So stupid. So stupid. You know what? Yeah. Hey, go check out my profile. I would say I'm gonna make the post here on this one. I think it's on my TC account. But I'm gonna make a post on the charts because I think something's going on here with the chart. They've changed them somehow. I don't know why, but during one of their updates or whatever, they completely changed the whole charting thing here. So, and this is wonky. This is just all wonky. It shoots up here, then just comes down, and then it shoots up to nothing, dude, and then comes back. I think A, B, shoot up again to here. Better shoot way up. Anyway, look at that. What is this? The daily? It's coming down the daily. Oh, lame. It's XRP for you. And the hole. Yeah. So stupid. So this is the last quarter. From here to here. So I'm thinking that we're right here. Right here. This was this. This was this here. We're in this little segment here. And where it's going to, it's doing this. And then it's going to shoot up probably up to the $4 or $5 level. I'm hoping. Well, I mean, what? Yeah, who knows? It might. But that's going to really, see what happens here. Okay, so here we go. I want to show you my personal take on the Fibonacci. Okay, right here. This is called the Royal Zone. It's a Royal Entry Zone, folks. Okay. And that's going to be like right here. Okay. Okay. Right there. Okay. And then we're gonna have the golden zone. Okay. Can't not want to see the golden zone, right? Okay. The next zone I see, because I'm going by, I'll show you what I'm doing. So I'm going by bottoms. See? Okay. I'm going by these bottoms here. This is a bottom. It comes across after it shot up, went up, and then kind of comes to the bottom here. That's a royal zone entry. If it drops down to that, you know, you don't want to do. Definitely want to take an upward trade. The golden zone is also a good area to grab an upward trade in this sort of my deductive analysis of the market movement. The next area that it jumps out to is going to be profit zone, whatever it is. It's all profits up there, you know, essentially. And kind of you'll see as you can see how it's just weird. Okay, so look at this. If it goes below in the red zone, you're done. You want to get out. It's not even like just garbo barbo. Call it a bammer whammer and start over. Hit right here, right at the bottom. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna look at these profit zones, and this kind of looks like a Fibonacci, whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? People, I don't. I'm not that guy. I'm not that crypto trader guy. These Fibonacci's, this and that. I see things and I kind of like, oh, my own comprehensive, if you will. I could use a Fibonacci board, but it's not worth it. And I want to put this one up here. I see that. See those? See these? You can see where it goes to resistance, 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 support, support. I mean, probably do this. Right there. Okay.
I told my dad to go to the bank and wire euros to Spain for my honeymoon. Whatever. But dad said, are you dumb? We use Wise to send money because Wise doesn't hide fees and transfers like banks.
Right there. All right.
Be smart. Get Wise.
See, I grew up with about the same size, just kind of. So, first entry zone right here, or profit zone, all right? Second profit zone is going to be right here, right to that line right there. Okay. I will switch this up to green. All right, and maybe a little bit less than that. Down right there. Okay. Next one is kind of like the free zone. And the last one, folks, that blue one that you would see in like a Fibonacci or whatever. Okay.
jumping, holding it tight when the price be pumping. Shots on fire, the candles thumping. Late night grind, but the coins keep lumping. Leverage stacking, profit packing. Got no brakes, but the graph keeps cracking. Signals flashing, wallets clashing. In this world where games are smashing. Crypto chat tracking, I'm the king of the game. Got my brother on the other end, calling my name. Spot trade attacking, we don't play it the same. Ride the wave till the world knows my fame. Digits flipping in the midnight zone. Blockchain vibes on my mobile phone. Every loss is a lesson I own. Stack the wins till my empire's grown. The lows to the highs we hustle. Breaking through like a flexing muscle. Never fold in the crypto shuffle. In this grind we thrive and tussle. My fame.
Yeah.
Come ready to walk. Oh yeah. Dumping, riding, ripping, jumping, holding it tight when the price be pumping. Charts on fire, the candles thumping. Late night grind while the coins keep lumping. Leverage stacking, profit packing. Got no brakes while the graph keeps cracking. Signals flashing, wallets crashing. In this world where gains are smashing. Crypto chat tracking, I'm the king of the game. Got my brother on the other end, calling my name. Spot trade attacking, we don't play it the same. Ride the way till the world knows my fame. Crypto chat tracking, I'm the king of the game. Got my brother on the other end, calling my name. Spot trade attacking, we don't play it the same. Ride the way till the world knows my fame. Ride the way till the world knows my fame. Ride the way till the world knows my fame. Digits flipping in the midnight zone. Blockchain vibes on mobile phone. Every loss is a lesson I own. Stack the wins till my empire's grown. From the lows to the highs we hustle. Breaking through like a flexing muscle. Never fold in the crypto shuffle. In this grind we thrive and tussle. Crypto chat tracking, I'm the king of the game. Got my brother on the other end, calling my name. Spot trade attacking, we don't play it the same. Ride the wave till the world knows my fame. Crypto chat tracking, I'm the king of the game. Got my brother on the other end, calling my name. Spot trade attacking, we don't play it the same. Ride the wave till the world knows my fame. Ride the wave till the world knows my fame. Ride the wave till the world knows my fame. Broken pieces on the ground. tough, but we grew up into what we must from broken spirits without trust to becoming the kings of our world from dawn to dusk. So now it's time for us to grow. Legacy wealth will go shortly, no. XRP is about to explode. Altcoins and how to grow. Would believe it was XTC and everyone has a plastic piece of XTP. You know, for transacting with peer to peer for absolutely free. Oh, yeah. Oh, so come, let's grow and all be friends. Grab some Stellar XL and don't fall. Here's another man for the stars. It's called How to Rage Bar. So let's us show you how go. Legacy wealth positioning is part of my show. Gotta give credit to my big bro. Love you, bro. Let's go. Let's go. XRP is about to extol. How codes and how to grow. Would believe it was XTC and everyone has a plastic piece of XTP. You know, for
Why does it keep doing that,
transacting
man?
with peer to peer for absolutely free. Whoa.
They don't want me showing this or something. I swear, I don't get it, man.
Happier times we both will know thanks to investing in crypto. Whoa. XRP is about to extol. All the coins and
On, wow, really?
would believe it was
Fucking
XTC and everyone has a plastic piece of XTP. You know, for transacting with P to peer for absolute. XRP is about to extol. All the coins and how to grow. Would believe it was XTC and everyone has a plastic piece of XTP. You know, for transacting with P to peer for absolutely free. Oh,
Like, I'm not hitting reset or nothing. It just keeps. Just want me showing you guys this. I swear. They're like, stop telling people. I didn't even touch it.
on some old porch. Brains locked up like a frozen storage. Keys to my vault got lost in the glitch. Now I'm stuck looking like a broke dumb witch. I should've loaded up my global tab. Now
Every
I'm
time
out
I
here
try
trying to
to
bridge the gap.
information
Information they're all sad
Hey,
too.
tell me guys.
This life feels colder than a freezer in June. Fridge is empty and my soul is too. Forgot my pen, now I'm feeling screwed. Eyes on the screen, but the numbers blur. Ain't no code to crack this frozen slur. I should've loaded up my global tab. Now I'm out here trying to bridge the gap.
Uncle dancing in the old sad tune.
This life feels colder than a freezer in June. Tap car's dead like a ghost from the past. Porridge cold, but I'm fast. Digits lost in the winds of despair. My future's locked up and I'm gasping for air. I should've
Loaded up my global tab.
now I'm out here trying to bridge the gap.
Uncle What is it, Pat? There it is, you guys. So look, I took a trade right here. Took a trade in at that level. I'm gonna write it to this level. And that'll be like 150 profit right there. You guys have fun. Thank you for joining me. I'm gonna shut this live off. Peace out.